Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got an update here for you regarding this upcoming attack from Iran. Iran is planning to retaliate and strike Israel for an assassination that has happened inside of the capital of Iran called Tehran. And Ismail Haniyeh, the top Hamas leader, was eliminated just the other day in their capital. And Iran wants revenge for this because they claim that an airstrike was carried out targeting a building that Ismail Haniyeh was in. But then we started to hear that there was some sort of explosion on the inside of the building, and this was more of a remote controlled or detonated bomb on the inside that was planted approximately 2 months before he even showed up in Iran. Okay, so he was there. If you're wondering why Ismail Haniyeh was there, he was attending the inauguration for the new president of Iran. Okay, so I've got this information coming out from the Iranian intelligence minister, and he is blaming Israel for the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh. And then also, something interesting that they are stating is that the U.S. approved this assassination, okay, but it was carried out by Israel. Now, this completely changes the game because we know that Iran wants to attack Israel, right? Well, if the U.S. approved this strike, but allowed Israel to carry it out on its behalf, would this give Iran the right to attack the United States? And even if it doesn't give them the right to do so, do you think that they would attack the United States? Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because we may see a completely different attack than what we saw before. And something that I mentioned in today's update regarding the Middle East that I did this morning, one of the topics that I spoke about this morning was, could Iran go after many of the U.S. military bases throughout the Middle East? There's like 12 of them or something like that in different countries. What if Iran tries to target many of these bases? That's a possibility. Would they actually do that? I don't think so, but could they potentially do that? Maybe, based on this information. So let me go ahead and show you this today. It's just going to be a quick update to let you know what this is all about. So in the Times of Israel, they released this article here. Iranian intel minister Haniyeh assassination was approved by the U.S. and carried out by Israel. Okay, this came out today. Iran's intelligence minister Ismail Khatib charges that the assassination of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh was carried out by Israel and approved by the United States, according to Iran's Fars news agency. Khatib is also quoted as saying that Haniyeh's assassination proves that the Al-Aqsa flood, the Palestinian terror group's name for its deadly rampage through southern Israeli communities on October 7th, was a success without explaining. He sends condolences to the Palestinian people, the Iranian resistance, including Hamas, Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, Haniyeh's family, and all freedom-loving people worldwide, according to Fars. Israel had vowed to kill Haniyeh and other leaders of Hamas after the Gaza-based terror group's devastating October 7th attack, which saw thousands of terrorists burst across the border by land, air, and sea, killing some 1,200 people and seizing 251 hostages, mostly civilians, and many amid acts of brutality and sexual assault. Haniyeh, normally based in Qatar, has been the face of the Palestinian terror group's international diplomacy as the war raged in Gaza, where 3 of his sons were killed in an Israeli airstrike. He is the most senior Hamas official killed since the war started. So let's talk about this for a moment, okay? The fact that Iran's intelligence minister is stating that this assassination was carried out by Israel but approved by the United States, okay? This is absolutely huge because if this happens to be true or proven in any way, this means that Iran could essentially maybe go after U.S. targets, okay? Go after U.S. bases in the Middle East, or maybe, I don't know, are they going to declare a type of war against the United States? Is this thing really going to blow out of proportion and get much larger than it needs to be? It doesn't appear that way. It appears that Iran will respond. They will commit to some sort of response striking Israel. And we know that the U.S. is going to back Israel in this attack. And along with many other countries, we know Jordan probably will, maybe France, the UK most likely will back them, maybe even Saudi Arabia again. We'll have to see what happens. But I thought this was very interesting because they're also coming out and blaming the United States. And I mentioned this as well in a video just the other day, that when this assassination was carried out on Haniyeh, Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran, that the intelligence obviously could have potentially come from the United States as well. Okay, maybe the intelligence was there for Israel to carry out this attack, whether this was a bomb that was planted in his apartment or it was an airstrike. Okay, we're being told from the Iranians it was an airstrike, but then we're hearing some conflicting information coming out from like the New York Times and some other publications in the West that are stating that it was a bomb planted in the apartment that he was in, or the building he was in. So this whole thing definitely has some question marks that are kind of floating around to try to figure out what's going on here. But I think this is interesting that the intelligence minister is coming out and stating that the U.S. is involved in this as well. Obviously, the U.S. is a big backer to Israel, so it doesn't really completely surprise me that they would blame the United States being involved in this in any way. But it does raise the question of, will Iran want to retaliate against the United States as well? And that's why I brought this up, because this could completely change the game here, change the attack, and we may see a completely different style of an attack than what we saw previously back in April when Israel originally came under attack by Iran after they bombed that Iranian consulate in Syria. So let me know what you think down below regarding this. Do you think that the U.S. is going to come under attack? Do you think U.S. bases will come under attack at the same time or maybe soon after? Or do you think this will just be a coordinated strike on Israel alone? Let me know what you think down below. I hope you got something out of this update. If you did, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.